So, as I said, Wolf Games is all about how do we get human creativity partnered with AI? And the goal is to shorten the path from idea to outcome or idea to audience. So creativity's always had a series of sort of gates to getting into production. This isn't a new idea to partner with new ways of building. The book Art in the Age of Mechanical Reproduction is from the 30s. So we've been dealing with these issues for a long time. And, when we think about artists like Warhol, we can see that the idea of how a work is made can be in partnership with a process. It's interesting because as we think about AI, there's a lot of challenges to creatives where they feel like, no, it's soulless, the machine is going to do it. Um, Rodin's thinker is for a lot of people the emblem of art. And actually, when you think about it, there's tons of copies of it. It was made from a mold and it was reproduced a lot. So it takes us to the idea of what Duchamp came up with, just putting a urinal and calling it art. And that art really, we realize, is more than just the craft. Creativity is more than just the craft. And at any time you're partnering with a process. Uh, Art really, at its fundamental, is a work that reminds you what it's like to be a person. That when you encounter it, you go, "Oh yes, I'm alive and witnessing in this moment." And art shakes us back into that connection. Um, Content has been really tough because within this idea, all consumption has been really passive. You're just watching, you're lean back. And so the creative act, the content itself has been outside of a participatory function. But there are a lot of new mediums. We don't always call them art, but gaming, of course, adds in that interaction, adds in social element, and you start building stories as you go. So how can we partner with AI to bring in both writers and consumers of this content, participants in this content, and bring them together? And the answer, of course, is interactive stories. These have never really gotten to scale because they're really difficult to make. Bandersnatch was actually 9 episodes of Black Mirror. If you know that show's interactive choose your own adventure. You watched it once, but they had to film a whole season of 9 episodes to do it. It's been really hard. And that's kind of the paradox here is how can you make something be creative but do it at massive scale? And there's always this comparison of the assembly line, which I'm really inspired by, printing press, the ability to make things over and over and over with consistency. But also, I love the artisan side where it's handmade, it brings to life everything that the creator has learned in their journey. And so the answer we got to is something like injection molding, where if as an artist you're creating the mold, as Rodin did with the thinker, the material then just comes in and is injected and fills it. And we think of AI as the material. The writers are creating the mold. They're creating the space for their artwork or that whatever they want to express to happen, and the AI can flow in and fill it. And that's what Wolf Games is all about: is how do we create interactive creativity in partnership with AI to help fill those gaps. So it's a new company we're launching in March with our first experience, which is Public Eye. Takes the best of Law and Order. Everybody loves the Wolf Entertainment Show, but literally ripped from the headlines with daily cases made in partnership with AI. And so you end up with this high production value game, more realistic than anything we've ever seen because AI can generate it, not just visually, but in the details, in the characters, in how it all comes together. It combines elements of story. It combines the creation of source material, the evidence that would be told in a crime game, and it generates the gameplay, the path. How do you dole this information out to create an experience for a player that has all the best elements of storytelling and gaming every day? How do we churn that out every day? We have to partner with AI to get through that complexity. So for us, we created our own tools. We built a whole backend generative system that allows for partnering with AI, basically by providing all the templates, but different than how you see in ChatGPT, everything's editable. So in this screen, you get to choose a headline. You take all the information, we boil that down into a theme, and we create a synopsis, but everything is always editable. It's never just this conversation with a chatbot where you say, hey, make it bigger or smaller, and you get a whole new output. No, you can go in and edit anything the whole time. So writers can write as much or as little as they want. And they can preview it directly in the backend. So as they're making it, they have a live preview. This is really how you partner with AI, is you have to create those feedback loops that allow creators to both build, but also meet and learn from. As Michelangelo said, the sculpture is already in the rock. I'm just bringing it out. He's responding to the marble as much as he is directing it. So that's what we're doing. It's about partnership. It's about always maintaining that ability to intervene, to specify what you want, remove the toil, remove all the klutziness so anybody with a great idea can generate something, and then create an area where you can share it and publish it. So we're also making a destination where these cases will live online. And the goal is, how do you go from idea, not just idea to outcome, but idea to audience? How do I have a great idea and get it in front of a crowd much more quickly than ever before? So we're about to launch. We'll be launching early March, and excited to talk more about what we've got.